G'day, everybody. Welcome to another edition of The Local, the footy podcast, where we go to grassroots and find out what's happening in the local levels of footy across the nation and who are the people making the big headlines. And today, boy, do we have one for you. Josh Covelli is his name. And on the weekend, he brought up his 1,000th goal in local footy. Not a 100th. No. 1,000. 3 zeros after the one. And he's become an icon of local footy across the country. He joins us on the podcast today. Josh, welcome, mate. Great to have you with us.
Hey, Daniel. How you going? Thank you very much. Super excited to be here.
Good on you. Great to have you with us. Now, we know that, we love the guys who get the footy and we're clubmen, great clubmen behind the ball, playing centre half back, being the generals. But the superstars of local footy are the guys in the goal square and the big bag kickers, and that's you, mate. And on the weekend, after all these years, 1,000 goals got to your name. What was it like?
Oh, it was absolutely amazing. It was super special. The club and the EDFL put on a great day for me as well. So to make it extra special made it all about me, which was really nice. Absolutely amazing.
So tell us what that looked like. How did they do that?
Oh, so it was match of the day for the EDFL. So they were commentating the game. They pick a game a week to do. So we were the commentated and filmed game, which was great. And then my club Tullamarine, they hosted the luncheon on the day, where they had Wayne Carey and Martin Pike. They're doing a talk for the luncheon, and Carey actually interviewed me, which was pretty amazing and surreal. So before the game, and they were having a heap of T-shirts and badges, and then everyone ran on the ground. It was and then doing some stuff after the match, cheered off after the match. It was amazing. Probably more than I deserved, but I took it all up.
Oh no, that's lovely that they did that. Just by the way, but it's 1,000 goals, a bloody lot of goals, mate. There's not. I don't know the number, but there wouldn't have been too many through the history of local footy that have got to that number. Was it important for you to get to it after all these years?
Yeah, it was. It was fantastic because I found out sort of during the week that I was I am the only one that's done it all EDFL goals. So to hold, I think there'd be a few that have kicked 1,000 throughout different competitions, but to hold a record where you've got the only one of it is extra special. So which is amazing.
Oh, good on you. I didn't know that stat. That's good. So the only player in history to kick 1,000 goals in the EDFL.
In the EDFL goals, yeah.
So that's a great stat. And it's not just the one club. We're at Tullamarine at the moment. We'll go about your history shortly. But tell us about the 1,000th goal. What was it? What was the build-up? Talk us through it.
Yeah, I got beaten 1-on-1 a few times. I was very nervous early. Then I took a mark in the second and missed my first set shot. So things weren't going well, and I was pretty keen on getting it in the goal square. So I could carry on like a pork chop and before my shot. So I was playing back shoulder and the ball was dropping short. Then I thought I just got to play my normal game and attack the ball. So I finally got the second one. I took it about 15 metres out, which was nice. I decided to do up both my shoes, which I said pre-game I was really going to milk it, and then the opposition got frustrated and gave away a 50-metre penalty.
Oh,
so
no
it was
way.
Awesome. Yeah. So it was exactly what I planned, down the clubroom side and put it over the fence, and everyone came running on. I had my wife, my 3 kids. A lot of my workers, because I got a cleaning company, so a lot of the workers came down, and about 50 of my family members. So it was absolutely amazing.
Oh, how good's that? To have that level of support from your family and your co-workers and the kids as well. That would have been incredibly special. And you kicked it from the goal line.
Kicked it from the goal line, so I couldn't stuff it up.
So how long was the game held up for?
I reckon about 10 to 12 minutes. Nothing too dramatic, but yeah, it was a lengthy time. So it was just before half time as well. So yeah.
Oh, fantastic! That is awesome. So you're a bit nervous, couldn't quite find the groove, and then you get the nice one and the 50-metre penalty to go with it. Who was the guy that kicked it to you? Who's claiming all the credit?
Yeah. His name's Shez, so one of the midfielders. So he'll be able to claim that one.
Was everyone looking for you all game up until that point? Was everyone just going through you?
It got after I kicked my first, it got almost ridiculous how much they were looking for me. Like it was so predictable. So it was not like I said, I was getting spoiled as well because I was playing back shoulder and but luckily I got it when it did, or else it was just building up It was getting overwhelming.
So it was a big build-up because, if I'm not mistaken, the week before when you were getting close, you'd kicked 11 goals, 7, and midway through the last quarter, because it was a home game the next week and they wanted to do it in front of the faithful, they ripped you off the ground. Is that right?
Took me off. So I was on 10 when they took me off, and then I was running to the boundary, to the interchange, and the defender kicked it out on the lasso rule, and I don't leave the 15, Daniel. I'm a goal square specialist. So me being 40 meters out, I was in uncharted territory, but we got the free kick on the wing, and so I thought I'll give it one last cracker, and I took the mark, and it was about 55 out, and I was in no mood to pass, so I just balked the guy on the mark and kicked one of the best goals I've ever kicked, and carried on all the way to the bench.
That is so good. But then you had to sit there for the rest of it. So you had a whole week and a bit to wait for it. How was training through the week?
Yeah, it was good. Like I said, the club made me feel so special. Like, we did the trivia on the Thursday night, which they do, and they dedicated to all my stats and stuff. They made me feel really special all week. It was absolutely amazing.
Oh, that is very, very cool. Well done to the Tullamarine Footy Club for looking after you like they've done, and that is cool. And there's been a bit going on. It's not just the build up to 1,000 goals. You had a bit going on at the start of the year, didn't you?
Yeah, so obviously you've been made aware of the health problems I had. So I got diagnosed with a brain tumour earlier this year. So having to deal with that, and which was pretty tough. And I got an autoimmune disease that's sort of attacking a part of the brain. So had to have surgery on that about 3 months ago, and just been able to come back to footy in the last, I think, 3 or 4 weeks. So which has been really good.
Yeah, well, the fact you're back, mate, and your health is fantastic, and we can't be thankful enough for that. Let alone you, and I'm sure your family. What was that period like? Though? I mean, you mentioned the 3 kids and the importance of the footy community and the footy club and your people throughout that comeback period. What was that like?
Yeah, it was extremely tough. Extremely tough. Didn't know what was going on and couldn't get out of bed. Having terrible headaches. It shut down all my hormone levels. So just like my cortisol and stuff like that. So literally just had no energy to get out of bed. And I see myself as a pretty active father. So not being able to take the kids out and literally having to put them on their iPads while I lay down was destroying. So so it's good to have the worst of it behind me. And yeah, being able to come back to football now, you just see it in a completely different light.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you about that, the perspective shift, the paradigm shift, they call it, when things like that happen and you see things for what they really are and how that much they mean to you. Have you worked out how much footy and that community does mean to you on the back of all this?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It really is. Just like I was saying, like sometimes now, like the results don't even matter as much as they used to. Just being able to play with your mates, you really do. You just appreciate being able to do something you love. It's just, you see it in a completely different perspective now.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, it's great to have you fit and healthy, mate, and getting out there kicking big snags. And don't worry about going too far outside the 15. You don't seem to need to do that.
No way.
Don't worry about that. Hey, where did it all start for you? Where was your first footy club, your junior footy club? What was your pathway been?
Played at Moonee Valley, so that was where we grew up in Moonee Ponds, and Dad was played a lot of footy at the club, and my uncle, so joined up there. So that's where it all started. And
you played for how many EDFL clubs through your time?
I think there's 5. So Moonee Valley, Maribyrnong Park for a little bit, and then Burnside, Hillside, and now at Tullamarine.
Have you ever played anywhere else outside of the goal square? Have you always been the bear in the square, or have there been other options for you along the way?
I was actually I was a full back until under 18s.
Really?
Yeah, and then I was always been pretty lazy, so my coach got me down to training one day. He got me down in under 18s because I didn't do a pre-season, and he said, if you kick this goal, you can play forward this year. And I was lucky enough to dob it, and that's my story of how I went from full back to full forward. So
who's that coach? Who do we need to thank for you to be the first bloke to kick 1,000 goals?
Leroy Spall. And he reminds me of it every time I see him.
And fair enough, too. You've gone on to be one of the greats. This is unbelievable vision from Leroy.
Yeah, it was good. Good on him.
Fantastic. And so, obviously, you're working. You mentioned the cleaning business before. You got life outside. You got the kids and the wife and footy. How does it blend together? How have you been able to do it for all these years?
It's hectic. But I always put too much on my plate, so I try and slow down a little bit. But I enjoy it. I enjoy being busy. I've got a fantastic life. I really do. I've got my wife and mother-in-law and brother and all working for me and with me, and my kids as well. Always, I'm blessed with the people around me to make it all worth it.
So how old are you, Josh?
31.
Geez, you're only 31. You've got a fair bit going on in your life. You've done a fair bit before you're even 35. You've got heaps of time left, mate. You can kick 2,000.
Yeah. I don't think so. I'm slowing right down.
All right. So how's the team going? How's Tullamarine going?
Yeah, so as well as the 1,000, we knocked off the team below us, sort of put them out of finals contention and locked our finals in. So yeah, which was amazing. So it was a double win on the game on Saturday. It was a huge game for the club. So we haven't played finals for 4 or 5 years. So fantastic to lock in finals.
Is this the year, mate? Is this the year we can get it done?
Yeah, I think we can. We're starting to come good now. We're starting to play a really good system. I don't think that our opposition, like I said, who was fighting for our spot in the finals, they didn't score a goal after quarter time. So defensively, we're really hard to play against. We're just getting our systems right at the right time, which is really exciting.
Oh, no, it's good for Tullamarine, the EDFL. Get ready for a big finals campaign coming up when you've got the big monster in the square going bananas.
Yeah.
It's going to be good fun. Who's the, after all 1,000 goals and all these years you've been dominating the goal square, and I was lucky enough to play with Jason Dunstall. I know you're a Hawks fan. Lucky enough to play with Jason Dunstall. He always said Darren Pritchard was the guy that he wanted to have the ball in his hands when he was on a lead. Who's the guy that you've wanted to have with the ball in their hands when you were trying to move to a position to get the footy?
Yeah, it was the brothers, Nat and Fort Caruso. So they're EDFL
the
champions.
Caruso boys.
The Caruso boys, yeah. So Nata was my right-hand man. Like he was at Hillside. He was unbelievable. Just playing at half forward. He'd always look for me. And then Forter was just so crafty. He was unbelievable on his left and right. Whenever they got the ball, I'd lick my lips.
Yeah, nice. The Caruso boys, bit of a shout out to them. And what about the flip side of it? Who's the guy that you didn't want to have the ball in his hands? You knew it was going to get nowhere near when they got it and kicked it in.
Oh. There's probably been a few. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now.
All right, we'll be a bit nicer than we could have been there. That's all right. How many hundreds you kick? How many bags of 100 have you kicked in a season?
I got back to back. So I did it last year and the year before. So last year was in a grand final, which was awesome, and the year before was in a first final, which was great. Was going for 3 on the trot this year, but the health issues got in the way of that.
Yeah. Well, more important things in bags and when it comes to this sort of stuff. So we understand that. That's cool. So what's the tally at the moment?
1,001.
No, this year. How many?
I stopped after the 1,000. Oh, sorry. Potentially 33. 33.
I reckon you've got, how many games you've got left? 3 or so games before finals. I reckon you've got 70 in you. I reckon we can get 70.
Yeah. Who knows with the finals if we get on a run.
I reckon we can get 70, mate. I reckon it's something you can do. So is there a favourite goal of the 1,000? Is there one that, 1,001, my apologies. Is there one that sticks out more than most?
The one that I explained earlier was really nice. Yeah. That was a good one. Just with the circumstances around it, sort of coming up to the 1,000th, and there was a lot of people there. Apart from that, the hundreds were good as well, but they were pretty basic goal. Nothing. I'm a pretty boring player. I kick it from 15 out. You're not doing anything too special. But yeah, just nothing too buddy-esque or anything like that, unfortunately.
Bit of meat and potatoes action with your goal kicking, Josh. That's all right. And did you grow up adoring someone and modelling your game on someone?
I like Tom Hawkins, sort of in the modern era. He was sort of like the last one that I felt played as without a hybrid type forward, I guess, where he wasn't pushing up as high as the other forwards. So I liked him. Travis Cloak sort of played similar as well to that, not moving as much as the others, but like massive fan of Bud and Gunston's actually bringing it back now as well, isn't he? Playing from the goal square. But yeah, so those stay at home big forwards I used to like.
Yeah, well, he doesn't like any publicity. He wouldn't do this interview like you, Josh. So we're pleased that you've said yes to pumping yourself up. That's good. We love that here on Local Footy.
Yeah.
And I need to ask you, in the end of your career, will there be a player or who's the best player that you'll be able to acknowledge that you play with? Is there a standout player? You mentioned the Caruso boys before; they're pretty good. But is there a better player that you've played with than the Caruso boys?
I wouldn't have thought so. They were Nat was fantastic. Yeah, he was unbelievable to play alongside.
Right, no, that's all right. That's okay. It's another shout out for Nat Caruso.
Nat's my guy. That's my guy.
That's okay. That is good feedback from Nat Caruso. And did you celebrate Saturday night? There would have been something in the footy club, but do you buy yourself something for 1,000 goals? There's a little bit of I've finally done this. I deserve this sort of present to yourself.
No, the club got me a framed jersey, which was great. But that was it. We just stuck around. We had the kids running around the change room till about 8:30. That was it. I was knackered. It was a massive day. So yeah.
So the show goes on this week. Who do we have to dominate this week?
We're playing St Albans, so they're I think they're down the bottom of the ladder. So hopefully we can just get our structures and systems right and take care of that. And just sort of continue to build on what we're doing come finals time.
Look at you, gone straight back into team mode. That's awesome. The coach will be loving listening to that from you. Well done.
Yeah.
Perfect, mate. Hey, congratulations on an amazing achievement. It's been great to chat to you and find out a bit more about your story. 1,000 goals. I don't know the number, as I said before, but there can't be too many guys in local footy across the nation that have done it in the history of local footy, which has been going forever and a day. So we think you're awesome. Well done on the weekend. Good luck for the back end of the season and a big finals campaign, hopefully for Tullamarine, and hopefully plenty more snags to come. Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, Daniel. Thank you. Good on you, buddy. Josh Covelli with us from Tullamarine, brought up his 1,000th goal on the weekend, the Eastern District Footy League. First all time. Only player ever to do it in that footy league. That's a great stat. And hopefully plenty more snags to come. Been through a bit and come out the other side bigger and better again. That's all for the local this week. Plenty more great stories to tell in the next couple of weeks. Make sure you tune in, tell your friends, and we'll be back next time to do it on the local.